Oh, yeah. Welcome to another edition of Grind City Wrestling. This is episode 317. I can't believe they'll allow it. This is Dustin Starr. Be sure to follow us at Grind City Media. Take that subscribe button to Slap City wherever you're watching, especially on YouTube, or just download the Grind City Media app and you can listen and watch Grind City Wrestling right there. Last week, we talked to WWE ID prospect Sean Legacy about John Cena and also the Mount Rushmore of superheroes. And this week, we're on the rebound after John Cena broke up with all of us last week. And this week, he's going to ruin wrestling. But let's not waste any time introducing my co-host, my tag team partner, a man who needs no introduction in Memphis especially. It's Devin Walker, baby!
I promise not to ruin wrestling. I promise not to slip and fall, and I promise not to slap you the way that my guy, Big Jim, slapped Gunther this week. So those are three promises I'm here to make to you. 5-star. I don't know if you'd accept them or not, but I'm here to let you know that I'm here today. And if you don't want to abide by my promises, then I got 4 letters for you. Bang! Shout out to DDP, man. The DDP polo is going crazy today. We got the DDP.
Yeah, go ahead. Give us a
signature
rundown
on the sleeve. We got the WCW on the other sleeve.
What year is this?
I don't know what year it is.
We're going to pretend 97.
Whenever WCW was going on.
97, 98, that was peak DDP, so he had to have had a polo in 97, 98.
Official DDP polo. You feel me? We here today. Let's rock.
All right, be sure to follow Devin on social media at Devin_Walker2. Of course, I am at Dustin Starr, and you can follow everything at Grind City Media. What's new? Anything new?
Nothing new except we're on the road to WrestleMania. I've said this every day on this podcast since we've been doing it. We're on the road to WrestleMania.
We are about 20 days or so.
We're on the overseas road to WrestleMania. This has been kind of different, right?
Oh, yeah.
Where like Raw and SmackDown is happening at 3 p.m. in the afternoon. It's a little different.
Strange.
A little strange feeling, but like we are on the road. I can feel it. I am ready for that one-on-one confrontation, though. We haven't had it yet, 5-star.
No,
We've
we
had
haven't.
Cena cut individual promos.
They're teasing.
Every time he comes out, every time Cody comes out, John Cena gets out of the ring, act like I don't want anything to do with you. I'm waiting for that one-on-one seething promo from John Cena. But we
will
on the road to WrestleMania.
Talk about that today, along with the best wrestling we watched all week. Yep. Not only are we on the road to WrestleMania, but we're on the road to this Sunday live at the Wrestle Center. One of the very best independent wrestlers in the entire world, Indi Hartwell, is coming to Memphis Wrestling. You can meet her. Also, she's going to be in action. Go ahead and get those tickets, memphiswrestling.tv. Don't tell anybody that I said this, but you can save $5 with the code NXT at checkout. Who's Indi going to wrestle? You watched the show.
You say, don't tell anybody you said this, but just like Tiger Woods announcing his girlfriend and say,
it's a secret.
Please respect my privacy.
It's a secret.
Are you the new Tiger Woods?
No. NXT is a code to save $5 off tickets.
But
it has nothing to do.
Hey, but don't tell anybody, guys. Don't say it. I'm going to say it on a microphone where thousands of people watch the podcast, but don't tell anybody.
Buy those tickets. Use that code.
Shout out Indi Hartwell, though.
Who's she wrestling?
Hopefully somebody good. I think the women's division of Memphis Wrestling needs some help right now, and hopefully she can be the one to kind of propel it and get it to the. So you think
Indi Hartwell might wipe the floor with somebody this weekend?
For 1,000%. But I think it's some people in the women's division I think that need some. They could use a nice Indi Hartwell bump.
Oh, man, absolutely. So, and after this event is done and over with, then we can talk about who I was going to book against Indi Hartwell.
Say it.
Because there's some good stuff. No, because I don't want expectations. Also, Sean Legacy versus Jack Cartwheel is taking place live. It's a WWE ID official match. Also, Aaron Roberts one-on-one with Jackson Drake.
Yeah.
And that's another WWE ID official match. I'm not that familiar with Jackson Drake. The one thing I do know about him is that he's a jerk.
Oh, I know a lot about him.
Tell me.
I'm joking.
I heard he's a jerk. That's what I heard.
I don't know shit about him.
Not a nice guy, and coming in to fight Aaron Roberts, that doesn't seem to mix well. But get those tickets, memphiswrestling.tv. Lot to get to. I think we should start.
Let's talk about it.
With the best wrestling that we watched all week. Okay. And Devin, you're up first.
Cue me up. Cue me up. Single on me.
All right,
Luke,
come on.
Get ready to clip this because I'm about to cook right now. All right. Best wrestling I watched all week. Of course, I mentioned how Raw was overseas. They're in Gaslow, right? Moscow, wherever they're at.
And just to piggyback what you said earlier, I feel like we're getting some of the same stuff week after week until they get back to the States. So when are they back to the States to where we see something new?
So they're at O2 Arena next week. So that means they're flying back towards us.
That's going to be awesome.
O2 Arena is always hot, right? So I'm looking forward to that. But my best wrestling of the week, other than the fact that I think these overseas crowds hate black people because I keep hearing them, they keep booing Bianca Belair every time she comes out. The shit's weird, but it's fine.
Also, isn't she a heel?
She's not a heel, bro. She doesn't deserve to get booed.
I mean,
but that's the story for another day.
I would like to dig more into that one day because I saw that tweet and was like, really?
You saw that?
But I did see it. I did see it.
My best wrestling of the week. And I'm going to tell you, my best wrestling of the week is going to be a compound reason why this is my best wrestling of the week. For me, there was a tag team match on Monday Night Raw where main event Jey Uso said, I'm going to have a mystery partner in a tag team match versus A-Town, whatever the hell they're called.
I saw this.
He comes out. Who's his mystery partner? His big brother,
Big Jim.
Big Jim comes out with the throwback Uso jersey. They're rocking the Air Force Ones, and they get in the ring, and I'm having a moment. I had a moment. They're in perfect harmony together. They hadn't wrestled a traditional tag team match in over a year. They look like they look like the Usos.
The last match they wrestled in tag team action was against Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns, and the Usos won. Jey pinned Roman.
Exactly. The Usos, right? The Usos. I'll say that name. The Usos.
Usos.
The Usos. They're now single. They're now kind of separated, but in that moment, I had a flashback. This is one of the greatest tag teams of all time.
Yeah.
Facing A-Town Down Under. And it hit me 5-star. And it hit me.
Where'd it hit you?
It hit me. It hit me right here.
In the heart.
Right here.
Not so much here.
It didn't hit me right here.
Not so much here.
Where Gunther got hit. It didn't hit me right there.
But right there.
Hit me right here. As much as we talk about wrestling is in a great place right now, wrestling is as popular as it's ever been. It's as hot as it's ever been. It's as cool as it's ever been. There's one thing missing, and that match solidified it for me. What's missing from wrestling right now? And the Usos hit that. A amazing tag team. Tag team wrestling in the WWE has fallen by the wayside, and it hurts my heart. Because as someone who was a kid who grew up watching the Jeff Hardys of the world, watching the Hardy Boys of the world, watching the Dudley Boys, watching APA, watching Edge and Christian, watching Gangrel, you can go on and on and on with these different tag teams, right?
Right.
I don't feel a connection to any tag team in this new era of wrestling. And watching the Usos on that Raw show, them do their kind of get into their bags, doing the traditional Uso stuff. We got the crowd chanting Uso, Uso. They're cooking, they're doing their thing. I'm like, damn, man.
Alley-oos. I love the alley-oos.
Alley-oos, with the spear. It hit me like, damn. We ain't got no tag teams no more. We don't have any. We don't have this new generation of wrestling. Does not have any traditional. That's the tag team that I would love to root for.
We want to split them all up. You guys want to split up the Street Profits and push Montez.
These nerds, they just want to.
You split up Heavy Machinery, and I'm just using this as an example. Like, you have to put time and equity into a tag team like the Rockers.
Exactly.
They were a tag team forever. The Hart Foundation, before they split up and went off and did their own thing.
The Rock and Roll Express. Like, we can go back. We can keep going.
Never split up. They never split up.
Exactly. That's my biggest question.
Time and equity into a particular tag team to make them a tag team specialist.
Exactly.
That's what they have to do.
And my question for this episode of this podcast is, what happened to tag team wrestling? What happened to the game I love? What happened to a nice 2-on-2 match? What happened to what do you call it? Perfect harmony in a tag team match. What happened to it? 5-star? And in that moment when I watched the Usos, I had a moment like, damn, man. Damn. Like, those guys are greatest singers, competitors, but, like, we might never see this shit again.
That's why I did not want to turn DK and Ray Ray on one another. You tease it because you would basically ruin the history of that tag team. In my opinion, this is just like small, like creative, whatever. But yeah, you have to put the time into a tag team to where we believe that these guys have to be together to be the tag team champions.
Exactly.
But instead, we're looking at them like Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty, of which one's going to break out and be the single star.
At the beginning, it's like, who's going to turn on who?
Michael Cole called them the greatest tag team of all time, the Usos.
I say one of.
Top 5?
Top 5, for sure.
Top 5? And
the Hardy Boys are always my number one.
Now we want Jey Uso to be the world champion and beat Gunther.
And even for me, even like speaking to the tag team thing, not even just them being brothers, you have a backstage segment where main event Jey Uso is down on himself. Like, I can't beat him, Uso. Uso, I can't do it, Uso.
Love it.
I don't know if I can do it, Uso.
Love it.
They turned a meme into a damn storyline. They turned him tripping and falling into a storyline.
Yeah, we talk about Top Dollar a lot.
Exactly.
What about that?
But they flipped this into it's amazing, right? It's great writing. It's Uso, I don't know if I can do it. He's like, Uso, you can do it. That guy that's in you, Uso, you can do it, Uso. Like that's a tag team, right? That's brotherhood.
Yeah.
And then he goes around the corner. I'll see you next week. Bow. It just hit me right here, man. Just seeing those two, the Usos. I will admittedly say I was never a big Uso when they were a tag team. I wasn't a big Uso guy, but watching them look in sync the way they were in the tag team match, because A-Town Down Under is even just two guys put together.
Right. And they're not. Then they're about to split those guys.
Exactly.
Up.
So
they're
it's
already
like,
teasing the split to turn Austin Theory babyface, and he's going to be a huge hit as a babyface.
Yeah.
But that again, A-Town Down Under might have been going for 2 years. When I say put equity in, like these guys have to beat Demolition, Legion of Doom, Rock and Roll Express, Rockers, Midnight Express. These guys are tag team specialists, and so that's what they have to do in order to get the tag team division.
So that's my rant of the day.
Stop wanting these teams to break up, guys.
Stop breaking up the tag teams, bro. I just want I make the tag team division great again. That's all I gotta say. Make the tag team division great again. Clip that shit.
Okay, so before I move into the best wrestling that I watched all week, I got a question, and I think you're gonna disagree.
I probably will.
Has the Yeet lost its?
Oh no, you're not doing this.
Luster?
Nope. I'm not letting you do this. What's wrong with you?
I mean, I just don't feel like Gunther can be beaten at WrestleMania.
But that's why they're telling the story they are. Uso, I can't do it, Uso. The underdog story. Uso, hey, I'm down on myself.
Uso, it's like
Uso, I'm 0-3 against him. Uso, I can't do it.
Why'd you bring your brother back? Why did they put Jimmy back with Jey, other than they had nothing to do with Jimmy?
Exactly, because the no Yeet shit wasn't moving. But it's like, look. But the thing is,
Did they just need that extra pop?
I think,
all I'm saying is keep an eye on it, because the Yeet thing could run its course. That's all I'm saying.
Man, look, bro, it's not running its course, old man. Go ahead and wave your fist at the clouds while you say that.
I'm gonna say
the
this.
Yeet movement's run its course.
I can totally see where Gunther beats Jey Uso at WrestleMania
for the 4th time.
I think
clean sweep.
You think so?
I think the Yeet movement's too big. I think that from merchandise to.
But Cody lost and he prospered.
No, I don't think this is the same thing. This is a different situation.
All right, well, tweet at us at Grind City Media.
As much as y'all love to
talk to us,
y'all love to make fun of main event
Yeet
Jey Uso.
or no Yeet.
y'all love to make fun of main event Jey Uso, because I see the conversation online. It's like, oh, he only has 5 moves. He does a little dance, he punches.
Yeah,
he
that's
does
all
a super
cap,
kid.
We were here at FedEx Forum.
He does the spear. Like, bro, the people mess with him, bro.
Yeah, 15,000 strong. They all love Jey Uso. That's pretend stuff on the internet.
We were with people who were not familiar with wrestling.
What about that face?
And they walked out of the they walked out of that SmackDown show and told us, I want to buy a Jey Uso shirt.
Yeah, we did the Yeet cam at Wrestling Night.
There we go. So shout out Jey Uso, man.
Best wrestling I watched all week. We're going to take a sharp turn right here, because AEW is back on the board, and this thing was so bad that we can't even show it. I wanted to show pictures.
So
I
why
wanted
is
to
it
show
your best wrestling,
highlights.
man?
Because somebody that is willing to do this to their body, you've got to give them a little bit of love. And on the Grind City Wrestling Podcast, this makes me want to have a weekly feature of something that we can show of wrestling being dumb. And
I'm all about wrestling being dumb.
King Cobra sends me TikToks and Facebook videos multiple times a day of people diving off stuff and doing crazy stuff, getting hit in the head with chairs, all sorts of stuff. And then my 16-year-old son, Brady, who absolutely hates wrestling. He does not like wrestling, but he sends me all this stuff. Jon Moxley took the cake this week. And this is the first time you've ever seen this, and everybody seems to have a problem with it, but this is what AEW is. Jon Moxley gets hit in the back with this board with spikes on it that Edge created. What's the name of it? It has a name.
I don't know, but and I'm somebody who enjoys that kind of stuff, and I even kind of like
so he hits
I kind
him
of
with
winced at it.
He hits him with it, and it's like, ooh, that doesn't look good.
Yeah.
But then it's laying in the middle of the ring. Edge grabs him, hooks him for a suplex, and literally suplexes him right on top of this board. And I'm talking, there are spikes.
And the worst part is when they try to pull it out of his back.
And the spikes are kind of like in like this, so it makes me feel like, I'll tell you more about it in just a second. But he gets up, and this thing is dug into his back, and he's literally got his hands like this. And it's hanging from his back. Wheeler Yuta runs in, and if you watch the clip closely, he's like, oh, man, are you okay? And Moxley looks over his shoulder and says, go do the spot. You can literally see him say, go do the spot. Yeah. So it's like everybody's very concerned about Moxley, and he's like, hey, go do your spot. So, of course, Wheeler gets out, goes to the floor, and then he gets powerbombed through a table. And then meanwhile, Moxley's staggering around. They're trying to literally get this thing out of his back, and these spikes are in the middle of his back, hanging and bleeding.
He's a different kind of crazy.
Absolutely insane.
A different kind of crazy.
Best wrestling I watched all week. So you got WWE created this stuff. So I don't want to hear it, wrestling fans. WWE created this. Mankind got thrown off the top of a cage. There was a spear through a flaming table. Stone Cold's bloody sharpshooter with the blood coming down literally made Stone Cold who he is.
There's a shirt.
Jeff Hardy diving off of anything.
There's a shirt in the wrestling community to get into my wrestling nerd shit. There's a shirt in the wrestling community, speaking of Stone Cold. It's called Bloodstone, the Stone Cold, Bloody Stone Cold.
Yep.
It's one of the highest. When you go in these auctions, it sells one of the, like, you can't get one for lower than $800.
That made him.
The Stone Cold Bloody shirt. So that, like you said, WWE, you created this. AEW just kind of like turned it up to like 1,000.
Oh man, this is what they do, man. So AEW, they use needles, they use scissors. They use glass. Remember Darby going through the big glass, and there was this whole big thing. Now they have a spiked board hanging from Jon Moxley's back.
I'm surprised this is your best wrestling, because usually you hate this kind of stuff.
Yeah, I do. I do hate it, but I mean, respect to Moxley for even going through with it. So here's how it goes, right?
Yeah.
Tony Khan, and I don't know shit, okay? I was not backstage. I don't know.
Yes,
okay?
he was.
But
he was backstage.
I do run a wrestling company and promote shows. I was not backstage.
He was backstage.
No. But here's how it goes. I can't imagine Tony Khan saying, hey, Devin, tonight we're going to hit you in the back with these spikes and let it hang from you, right? No, that's not how it happens.
That's a Moxley thing.
This is Moxley and Edge, and he's going, what can we do? Like, what's never been done? You got that board with you? Of course, it's under the ring. Oh, what if we get it stuck in my back? Like,
the question is, what kind of pain are you in, bro?
I can almost guarantee you that it had to be Moxley's idea.
Yes.
Had to.
Because he's the one that's always doing weird shit.
We did thumbtacks one time at the Wrestle Center.
Yeah.
And the only way that came about is the talent came to me and said, I want to get in some thumbtacks. I go, why?
And what did the talent say afterwards? I'm not doing that shit again?
No, I think they kind of liked it, I think. Kind of like it's morbid, yeah. And I was like, well, why would you want to do that? You have to go back. It's the only time we ever did it.
Who was it?
I can't tell you. I'll tell you off the air.
It's on your YouTube channel. Who the hell was it?
Look for it.
Bro, so I'm not going through them episodes to find this shit.
So he's talking me into it. I'm like, I don't know why you would want to do that, but yeah, if you want to, sure. So I bought like, I think it was 1,500 thumbtacks in a bag, and it looked like nothing.
Yeah.
So I had to get double. So it looked like a big, anyways, had to be his idea. And I'll tell you this too, Devin. This is how crazy, like, jaded I am. After working Young Rock in that season, I don't believe anything. I don't believe anything anymore. I'm always looking for the magic trick. So what's the trick? Where's the magic? Because professional wrestling is magic. Look at Buried Alive. I always thought, how the hell did they do the Buried Alive match? You know, there's magic to it. What is the magic? The glass. If you hit somebody over the head with a beer bottle, there could be sugar glass, right?
Yes.
There's magic. There's a trick. I worked a Young Rock set, and the ladders are fake. They're foam. They're like $25,000 ladders that are made of foam. There's a steel chair that I have at the Wrestle Center that was used on the set of Heels that is padded rubber that looks real. So I'm like, I've been in this wrestling business for 20 years, and I've never, ever seen a fake chair or a fake ladder.
So you're jaded by everything.
I believe nothing. So I'm sitting here thinking, was it the way the spikes were pointed in? Did it just like kind of pinch him?
You can't fake that,
So I'm sitting
bro.
here, how in the hell did they do it? What's the magic? Jon Moxley, if you're watching this clip right now, I want to know, what's the trick?
No, he's not gonna tell you what the trick is.
What was the trick? Or was there a trick?
The magic trick. Magicians never tell you their tricks, bro. You think David Blaine ever told people that's my trick? Chris Angel, mind freak.
Well, but you
ever
know, there
told
was
you
like,
what his trick is?
You know, the secrets to professional wrestling. Remember that back?
Yeah, I've never watched one of those videos because
it was a dude with a mask on to not reveal his identity because he was giving away the trade secrets of professional wrestling.
I love I live in that world of professional wrestling where I want to know just enough, right? I know it's not real. I know this, and but I don't want to know like. When I see you go through a ladder, I want to feel like you actually went through a ladder.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't tell me this shit's foam.
By the way, a couple weeks coming up, ladder match, Memphis Wrestling. You will not want to miss that. Those ladders are stiff, brother. Okay, the honorary mention for the best wrestling I watched all week, Reese the Beast is 4 years old.
Your son?
He just started watching a little bit of wrestling with me. I got to be real careful with this because he wants to wrestle at school. And we're watching Chelsea Green on NXT.
Chelsea!
And he saw the entrance with the championship belt. She was whatever, and she was wearing red. And he's like, hey, who's that, Dad? I'm like, that's Chelsea Green. And he goes, that's not Chelsea Green. That's Chelsea Red. It was the greatest. That's honorary mention.
What the?
The best wrestling I watched all week.
What, Jalen? Do you what? No.
That was so great.
I thought you were gonna bring up. Hey, I was watching wrestling with my son, and he saw the John Cena promo, and he was not happy about it. Like,
let's talk about that.
Yeah,
I have
what are we talking
not
about?
told him that John Cena's a bad guy yet. All right, we got a couple of notes I want to hit real quick, and then we'll get out of here. WrestleMania, like I said, is about 20 days away. How we feeling? Cena versus Cody. The Rock is looming somewhere. They'll be coming back to the States. Do you think Cena captures number 17?
I think he does. And I think there's going to be some funny business involved. I think, like I said, I don't think they're going to allow you to predict what's going to happen. Just like I feel like they've done that in all the big moments.
They've done a very good job.
They've done a very good job of like letting people like try to predict things and then swerve, right?
Right.
Be in that corner wall. But like, so I think he captures it, but I think there's going to be some funny business involved. I'm more interested in like the story kind of leading up. I'm still waiting for that seething Cena promo.
Something.
It's coming, right?
Something different is coming soon.
Because Cena has not gotten on Cody's ass yet. Every time Cena enters that ring, every time Cody enters the ring, Cena leaves.
He does.
AKA, like, I'm not worried about you. You're a thing of the past. You're still that young kid that I used to wrestle in 2012. Like, I'm not worried about you. I'm waiting for that one seething promo. There's people, I want to ask you this question, and I ask our fans this question too. And I want us to, we can make this a real. Do you think WWE is protecting Cody from John Cena? Because we know when John Cena get in that bag, bro, he gets in that bag. He's had some I will never forget this.
I want to see it.
He had Roman Reigns flustered, bro. I will never forget that day. Roman was like,
did you see Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton promo battle?
No, that's getting rough. Tiffany, yeah. I love you, baby girl. But
love you, Tiffany. But
you ain't. It's two different levels.
Yeah, but this is not fair. We could talk about why it's not fair. Let's talk about that next week. Why it's not fair. Gunther, Jey Uso. I
think because of, like I said, the merchandise, the fans, the story they're telling where he's the underdog. You know what I'm saying? And the way Triple H kind of positioned it is the entertainer versus the, I think there's so many things leading up to like him having that WrestleMania moment and them at everybody all yeeting together.
They're really trying to make us believe in it.
It's the underdog, man. Everybody loves a freaking underdog.
This is going to be an awesome one. Seth Rollins versus CM Punk versus Roman Reigns.
That's going to be lit.
I'm going to tell you right now, Roman Reigns has to win this match.
Yes, and I mean we have Mania. We gotta do this leading up to Manias too. But like, yes, I think he's gonna win that match.
Imagine the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal this year.
That's still a thing.
If it is, imagine it.
Is it still a thing?
How many men and women do they have on this roster that are awesome? How many people can they pull from the independent scene that would just make a battle royal that nobody cares about? Like, whoa, there's my boy there.
Yeah. Omos making a return, maybe?
I mean, potentially. I mean, that could be cool. What if you brought somebody from New Japan with him?
See? Okay, don't do that.
Well, I'm just saying, like, this is an opportunity. You've already opened up Pandora's box with TNA Wrestling. Imagine the TNA superstars that could be in this Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm with it all, bro. I'm just excited. Like I said, this lead up, I'm looking forward to it. The triple threat women's match is kind of like to me right now.
I feel like Rhea Ripley lost the title just so she can get the pyro and the big win at WrestleMania.
Yes, because if respectfully, I'm gonna say this in the most respectful way possible. Is her name EO?
EO Sky.
I don't
know why
care.
how did she? What?
I don't care about.
I was shocked.
I don't care about her. I don't understand why she's here. Why does she exist?
She's good.
Good how?
They're pushing her.
She wrestles just like
pushing her.
Every other Japanese wrestler.
Asuka.
Keep going. Keep going.
I'm thinking AEW side because they've got some really good.
You can keep going. Name the ones.
Rio.
Exactly. Yeah, keep going.
What about?
She doesn't move it for me, bro.
I guess surprised they took it off of Rhea Ripley. I feel like that this is an opportunity for Rhea to get the big babyface firework victory at WrestleMania.
Even when they do these like weird spots on like on Raw, it was like she was like the odd person out. Like it was like Rhea and Bianca going head to head, and she was like the one that's like on the outside.
But Rhea's like one of the most popular ever.
That's cool.
And so is Bianca.
That's cool.
Put them in there one-on-one.
That's what I'm talking about.
What are we scared of?
That's what I'm talking about. Put them one-on-one.
All right.
I don't need EO. What's her name? EO?
Here's the question.
I don't need her in there.
Here's my last question for you. Will Sting induct Lex Luger into the Hall of Fame? My next question would be, should AEW allow Sting to induct Lex Luger into the WWE Hall of Fame?
100%. I don't think allow should be a word.
He's under contract.
That's fine. That's my homeboy.
Is Tony Khan going to allow Sting to appear on WWE programming to induct his best friend Lex Luger?
He doesn't wrestle anymore
into the WWE, but he has an exclusive contract with WWE. With AEW.
He's retired.
In what world are we living in to where AEW has Sting under contract and WWE can't get him?
Exactly. Break out the bank. Also,
by the way, I don't think we're living in that world. I think WWE could buy Sting away, but will they? Will there be a deal?
I think he'll do it. Also, I think it's also freaking hilarious. For the first time in the WWE Hall of Fame ceremony, there's only 4 people going in. They're running out of wrestlers.
They're running
out of wrestlers, bro.
These things are like 20 hours long.
It's usually like freaking like 85 people going into the Hall of Fame. Now it's just 4.
Big shout out to Big Fred Ottman, Tugboat.
Oh, that's
going into the Hall of Fame. Yeah, big congratulations. Love those guys.
Go ahead.
From Tennessee, by the way. All right. Anything else? Any other notes?
God bless America.
Sting will induct Lex Luger? Yes or no?
Yeah. I'm always looking forward to what my boy Jacob Fatu is doing, because I think Jacob Fatu is goated. Some of the best promos. I know people. This is what I'm talking about. I'm about to bitch again.
Here we go.
Jacob Fatu cuts these amazing promos where he's like spitting right off the cuff. They're like, oh, he cuts the same promo every week. No, he doesn't.
Who says that?
The nerds on the internet. Man. They're like, he does the same thing every week. He's talking about beating your ass up and down the street. Because that's what he does. He beats people's asses. If I'm an ass kicker, I would talk about beating your ass. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out my dog Jacob Fatu, bro. He gonna be I got a Jacob Fatu shirt coming very soon. I cannot wait to rock it. When I play WWE 2K25, I use Jacob Fatu all the time. That's my dog.
Potentially the next United States champion.
I'm sorry.
It could happen.
That is my guy, man. Fatu! Also, NXT is doing some great stuff.
Yes, NXT. That's
Omar
what we were watching.
Trick Williams.
Moose.
And
Moose.
That trio, when they had the...
Moose.
Yes, amazing.
Moose. Ricky Saints, baby. Bring on some Ricky Saints.
I love what they're doing at NXT. There you go. Look, you were doing all the little things
I've
today.
Been watching, bro. They pulled me in.
You've been doing this. You did the tugboat.
Oh, man. I don't know the guy, but there was a real big dude the other day, tag team match. He perched up on the top rope, and I wish I could show this footage. And he literally bounced to get extra velocity and momentum, and then launched himself off the top rope, and he's got to be close to 300 pounds in squat. It was just...
NXT is still doing Sol Ruka.
We watched that.
You still, like I said, I still think you have a top 3 finisher of all time.
Jordan Gray, shout out. Patrick Star look.
Exactly. I love that look. But it's like I said, there's so much great wrestling going on. There's so much great wrestling. Like from Monday to Saturday to Monday to Sunday, there's a wrestling show you can tap into. So yeah, I'm locked in right now. Every wrestling loss.
Speaking of great wrestling, wrapping things up here on Grind City Wrestling Sunday. This Sunday, March 30th, Sean Legacy 1-on-1 versus Jack Hartwell in a WWE ID official match. Plus, Aaron Roberts versus Jackson Drake in a WWE ID official match. You guys follow WWE ID on Twitter and you'll see all that stuff. Plus, Indi Hartwell is coming to Memphis Wrestling. You'll want to meet her. She's got a special message out to Memphis Wrestling that'll be out there. You just follow us at Memphis Wrestling. Get the tickets, memphiswrestling.tv. Then Saturday, April 12th, Simmons Bank, Liberty Stadium. It's Wrestling Day with the Memphis Showboats. Showboats kick off this Sunday. Moving on. Saturday, April 26th, it's Wrestling Night at the Arkansas Travelers at Dickey Stevens Park in Little Rock. We're returning there. We were there one time last year. We'll be there 2 times this year. Get the tickets, memphiswrestling.tv. Come check us out. Devin, what you got going on?
How you doing, 5-star?
How you doing? So Hustle, we got Grizz coming
Hustle,
up.
We got Grizzlies.
Look, I'm trying to help you out.
I don't
make
really
you
care
seem
about the
important.
Showboats that much. Grizzlies we're leading up to the playoffs, like kind of like the road to WrestleMania.
Well, but Showboats got to be fun, right? That's like the UFL. No, it's not.
Tell me why.
Go drink beer and watch football and wrestling.
Tell me why. Tell me why again. Tell me why the Showboats is fun.
Because wrestling is going to be there. Memphis Wrestling
Saturday
will be there. That's going to be on. No, what are you talking about?
When is the wrestling
That's
night for
gonna be
Showboats?
Saturday, April the 12th. It's a 1:30 kickoff, so it's going to happen a little early.
Oh, okay. I just have no interest in the Showboats.
Well, thank you for the information.
I'll still root for you though.
All right.
You're my guy, so I'll root for you. But Showboats not so much.
I got to get this scoop when we get off here.
Nah, I'm just saying messing with the Showboats.
Oh my God.
The Grizzlies, it's like the road to WrestleMania. We're the road to playoffs.
How many more games? Home games?
We have five left. 5 left. We
4 after this week.
We got a big weekend coming up. Hustle last week for the Hustle. It's been a fun ride, man. Look, it's a lot of things that changed this year, but hopefully we have a fun playoff run coming up for the Grizzlies.
Hopefully that playoff run lasts a while. I know that Redbirds baseball, they just had Redbirds Cardinals. Baseball's coming up. I do baseball, but then also I can't wait to focus more time at the Wrestle Center. Man, we have so many awesome trainees. You got to come stop by on a Monday or a Wednesday.
I would definitely make time.
We got 20 to 30 brand new trainees that some of them you've seen, some of you haven't, some of them we're saving. Man, like the cupboard is full. So if you guys are interested in training with us, WrestleCenter901.com. That's all I got this week, Devin.
Man, look, it's been a full show, man. Look, we are on the road to WrestleMania. Every show this week, I feel like every show leading up to Mania right now is going to be a jam-packed show. So, hey, strap in. I appreciate y'all listening. As much crap as we talk on this show, I appreciate y'all tapping in. And always remember, bang!
Thanks for tolerating Devin every week. I am Dustin Starr.
Right.
He's Devin Walker, baby. This is Grind City Wrestling. So long, everybody.
Hell yeah, brother.